King Princess is back. Na de release van haar debuutalbum King Princess vorig jaar en de release van King Princess Deluxe dit jaar, waar onder andere deze banger van een track op staat, Ohio, heeft King Princess dit jaar haar fans verrast met een gloednieuwe track, namelijk Only Time Makes It Human.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm really happy that this song is out, and I'm really happy that the video came with the song because I mean, it was such an amazing feat to get this video done. Like a 3D animation. I didn't know shit about it. Sorry, stuff about it.
No, you can say shit. You can swear all you want. That's fine.
Adam was like, "Don't swear," and I was like, "No, it's enough."
It's fine. Here, it's so weird. Here in the Netherlands, you can swear on the radio all you want. It's perfectly fine.
So fire. Okay, so yeah, I got to do the video with my girlfriend, and like it was incredible to like watch like my whole body become a sim.
This is like the first official release ever since your debut album, Cheap Queen. And I must say that the build-up to this new song, Only Time Makes It Human, it felt like the build-up to a whole new album.
Yeah, well, I think that part of that is like in the past, I've always just kind of put music out, and I really wanted to see what it was like to have a rollout and like put people, even if it's for 1 or 2 songs, put people into a world that feels cohesive and kind of magical. And so this was really important for me. I think I needed to cleanse I post a lot of memes. Like I needed to like cleanse my presence on the internet a little bit, which is so annoying to say, but I think it was good for me because now I can start over, and I'm gonna be back on my bullshit. Like I'm not like not gonna post like all the trash I usually post. Like, simply too much. A big tip.
What came first with this new song, the melody or the lyrics?
This was the track because I was on my laptop. And I recorded the guitar part in this song on this guitar that I really love. It's a little it's like a custom built Jazzmaster, and I recorded the guitar part into my iPhone through an amp. So I like put my phone next to the amp and recorded this part, and I was like playing this part for a couple of days, and I put it into Ableton and I chopped it up, and then I built the track around it. And I think during this time that I was making this music, I was like, I just put out my Sad Lesbian album.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really want to make some like dance tunes because I have expelled so much sadness. Now I want to make people dance, and I want to make myself dance. And also remixes have always been like, you know, even though they're funny, like have always been my like favorite thing to do. And I thought like maybe I could apply some of that to my music. So I made the track first, and when I was making it, I was singing, and I recorded like some takes on my phone of like a melody that could work for it. And then I went into the studio and just recorded it and wrote all the lyrics down.
But it's funny that you said you wanted to get away a little bit from the Sad Lesbian album that you released. But when we look at the lyrics, like you get right into it with the first line of this song about, I have it right here. You say the first line, I don't know about letting go. You go right into to the sad part again. Was it difficult for you to stay away from the heartbreak?
Well, you know, I mean, I can't expel the thing of that I feel like makes my songs, which is that I like to talk about deep emotional torment. So I think that the difference is like, okay, so if production is the gown that the song wears, then the song really has, all the songs have the same soul, right? And you're just dressing them differently. So for me, I wanted to dress this song in a gown that makes people dance instead of kind of like an overly ballad, emotional kind of winding soundscape. Like I wanted something that was punchy. So obviously the soul is always going to be the same, but the production, I feel like it's that kind of mixture between happiness and crying on the dance floor.
Right. It's just like Robin. I always call her like the crying on the dance floor disco queen.
Who is like Robin is a huge inspiration for me, production wise, vocally. Like she comes with melodies.
Yeah.
And and production. And I love that she can be so sad and then you're just dancing and you're like, why? I'm in the corner, watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? Oh.
Did you expect, maybe this is a bit of a reach, but did you expect to be over the breakup after releasing Cheap Queen, after dedicating a whole album to the breakup?
This isn't necessarily about the same person. No, I think that that's what's amazing about being a sad girl like me. Like, this isn't like, nothing is, the album was one thing. Like, this is a different story.
Oh, okay. This is a whole different breakup.
Well, it's just a whole different story. Like, and I think that what I love about these two songs is that they aren't really about specific people. They're a culmination and critical thinking of how I operate and make music, right? Because the song is about using sadness to provoke yourself to make art. So both, that's what this is about. Like, it's kind of psychoanalyzing myself in relationships rather than a specific relationship.
Exactly. And then because that kind of like intertwines with the video, because I felt like with the video, you have like the avatar you, and then you have the real you as well. So I felt like we were looking at two different king princesses. Did I interpret that right?
Yeah. So like the idea behind it, especially like me and Quinn thought a lot about it, and we were like, so there has to be a sense of longing from the avatar for the real me. And she has to be kind of kept within a virtual world. And then there's this kind of barrier, which is the TV screen. And then I'm in there. So I do really like the concept of that. She is sad, like the avatar is sad. But if you look at me in the video, I'm not sad.
No.
So it's like, it really kind of gives you this, like, that is the person that I play when I'm sad.
Right. So which king princess are you right now? Are you the one in the TV, or are you the avatar? You're in the TV.
I'm in the TV. I'm definitely doing good. I'm just like, I'm like these songs I worked on for a long time, and then now I'm back to being in the studio again, because there is eventually at some point, not anytime soon, going to be an album. So I want to like make sure that there's not like, it wasn't appropriate to put music out like for the last like 8 months.
Yeah.
Like I had these songs for a while, but it was really inappropriate, I thought, to put music out.
Right.
Like between coronavirus and the BLM movement happening, like it just was like, I don't think that there is a place for this music. And this past month, I felt was the first time in a long time that this music could actually like exist and have a place and make people happy. But prior to that, like it didn't feel appropriate for me to be like, okay, well, here's some dance songs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I know that it felt like a long time for some people, but it wasn't. It was deliberate, because I don't think it's fair to put yourself over the culture. Like,
of course. Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was very sensitive, a sensitive way of looking at it. But then I am wondering, in what kind of headspace are you right now when it comes to making music? Because I know after 1950, while making the debut album, you felt a bit of pressure because everybody was so excited about 1950 that you almost felt like you were pressured to make something with the same sentiment. In what headspace are you right now after Cheap Queen?
I'm really happy that I made Cheap Queen the way I wanted to make it. And I think a lot of people responded to it and still respond to it in a way that makes me super happy. Like I get messages and posts about songs meaning something to someone. And that's the job of the music, so I'm very happy with that. But I think that this record is when I'm just like beginning to work on it. But I feel a lot more kind of like leveled, and just the truth of the matter is like, I want to write songs that people sing and want to scream and want to, cry to and want to, play on repeat. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just writing for me and allowing like my taste and my understanding of what I think is good to guide me.
Right.
And then you know, I think that that's what happened with 1950 is that like I just wrote something that I fucked with, and then everyone else was like, we fuck with that. And so I can never not do that. Like I can never stop myself. I'm trying to not really listen to a lot of opinions, which is has its ups and downs. Like there's definitely, you know, some merit to listening to other people's opinions, but I'm trying to like really just focus on the people I'm working with.
Yeah.
Musically, and that's just like that's all I want to know.
Yeah.
All I want to know is like the people in the studio, like what you think.
Is there a new instrument you've learned how to play? Because I think it was at the beginning with 1950 you didn't know how to play bass. Now you can. So I was just wondering, are there any more instruments, knowing that you're such an equipment lover, that you picked up?
I always played bass. I just took a brief stop because I played bass in like jazz band in high school.
Okay, let's get that straight. You could always play bass.
I was playing bass since 8th grade because I was in rock band and jazz band, and they were like, we don't have a bass player. And I was like, well, bitch, I'm going to carry this bass on the subway now, I guess. But no, any new instruments? I mean, I have been I've always played piano, but I am starting to get to a place where I really like my piano playing because I bought a piano and it really changed my shit. Cause I always grew up with a little piano in my room.
Yeah.
So the fact that I went 3.5 years without a piano in my room, like, is blasphemous. I needed a piano because it's my favorite instrument. So I'm getting a lot better on piano. I don't know if there's any like new instruments that I've learned. I mean, unless like I were to break into some like weird shit, like woodwind, like if I were to start playing like a woodwind instrument, like then it would be exciting. But I like to fake it till I make it with a lot of stuff.
I think that's the best way anyway, right? Just a lot of confidence and then you'll get there.
I mean, the thing is that I'm an engineer and a producer. So if I can't play something right, like I can edit it. And that's just like, that's the truth. Like you can literally make anything sound good ever.